Welcome to Research Rally Live. We are faculty librarians at Seminole State College of Florida. I'm Nicole.
I'm Jason.
And we want to spend the next 30 minutes doing research with you. We are about to search, sift, sort, and suss our way through several sources. As always, we want to hear from you in the chat, especially if you have a research question. But before we get to that, let's find out what's going on at Seminole State College of Florida this coming week. And for that purpose, we have a very special guest welcoming back again this week to the show, Andrea. Hi, Andrea.
Hello. Hi, all. Hey, so we're talking about a topic today, semaglutides. So I figured let's focus a little bit on events that will help you as a person. So we've got a lot of things going on over the next week that are skill session based. We had time management today, then there's another one early next week for that. The Sanford Lake Mary campus also has some skill sessions on kind of de-stressing, what to do when you kind of feel like giving up on your schooling. There's a session on interview do's and don'ts. So if you're looking for a new job, maybe trying to better yourself over this summer or get your first job, interviews, do's and don'ts is going to be on Tuesday. And then there's also a wardrobe session with student life, and that's for interview skills as well. So lots of things on making you a better person and helping you out with your stress levels and things like that this summer and get you ready for the fall.
Awesome. And as per usual, we've got the URL running down on the screen. If you go to Raider Connect, that's where you can see all of these events. And make sure you sign in with your school login so you can see every possible single thing that could be possibly available to you. Again, Raider Connect, you can Google Raider Connect and get to all those events. So thank you, Andrea. And you can also, oh wait, I got it. We are followable, Nerdbird SSC on IG at Nerdbird SSC. So if you want to know about library and academic success center events in particular, you know, we got to plug them extra. You can go there. And speaking of plugging extra things, you know, we have another special guest today, and he's here. Jeff, is there anything going on at the Raider Center coming up this week?
Hi, Jeff.
Hi, Jeff.
Great question that I should have been prepared for. So, I mean, we've got volleyball coming up tomorrow. We'll have it set up because we have it every Thursday. And then a volleyball event a week from tomorrow. So another easy event to come and get FYE credit, sign in, play volleyball, have fun. And we'll have the game room open. And then another big one, the last week of this summer term, I don't know the exact date. In the game room, we're doing a Smash Brothers tournament. I've already had a lot of students come up to me this summer and ask about it. So check Raider Connect. If you go to the Intramural and Rec Sports page, you can see all of our events.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And remember, in the chat, students, go ahead and drop your name and your professor's name for IDS 1107. And we do have some students who are helping other students, which I love to see in the chat. So make sure to comment, make sure to get engaged. And we have 17 viewers right now, Nicole, times a billion. So 16 billion, about 16 billion.
Right. Oh man, that's so much.
At a Wednesday at 3 o'clock. I mean, this is pretty rocking and rolling.
Yeah, why is everybody at work? Why aren't you in class?
Yeah, why aren't you in class?
We're glad you're here. So, as we do every Wednesday on Research Rally Live, we research a topic and we have a half an hour. So basically, we're just scratching the surface. If you are working on a research paper or project, you know that it's going to take you more than half an hour. Well, maybe you don't know yet, but as librarians, we can promise you it will take you more than half an hour to research your topic. So we're going to, I would say, scratch the surface of this topic. Are semaglutides dangerous for weight loss? Hashtag Ozempic, hashtag Wegovy, because we want to not focus on a brand. Okay, we got to talk a little bit about the vocabulary here. Mm-hmm. Semaglutides, that's the main ingredient, the most active ingredient, or the main active ingredient of drugs such as Ozempic and Wegovy, which you may have heard about online in the news. That's how I come up with this topic, because honestly, guys, sometimes I'm a real bottom feeder when it comes to information access, and I'm over here on YouTube scrolling YouTube shorts and seeing these little clips about so and so whatever celebrity has Ozempic face, and I'm like, what's going on? Like, what is that? Okay, so I'm hearing about this and I need to do some more research. Because is it dangerous? I keep hearing it's dangerous.
How I learned that Ozempic was being taken for weight loss? South Park did a special on it.
Like how long ago?
3 weeks, a month. It came up on HBO Max on the home screen. It was, South Park, the obesity epidemic special, and it was all about all the parents taking Ozempic to lose weight, and the kids trying to make their own.
Their own.
South Park they're usually on it. They're usually current. They're usually on it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so like what we usually do first, and this is what we usually do with students, is we have to talk about the actual topic or thesis for the paper. And I know Jason in the comments asked, anyone that's watching, how would you approach it? So are semaglutides dangerous for weight loss? Do we have a big bias here? Dangerous is kind of an emotional word, but I mean, when we're talking about medical situations or health, we need dangerous. I don't think it's too far out of the realm of like reasonable language. It's not like we're saying like, can semaglutides kill you? I mean, that I think would be kind of like extreme, right?
And another research question.
Sure. So first we would need to know what
and I don't know everyone else, but I kind of want to do semaglutides live, baby, semi-charmed. No? That's the only thing I think of is semi-charmed kind of life when I hear semaglutides.
Okay.
Oh, Jeff finally got it. Semaglutides. Everyone in the chat, let me know how my singing was, and I'll give you attendance credit.
Oh my gosh! So kind of a positive spin on it.
But yes, I agree. I would look at the definition of the word in the prompt that I wasn't aware of. I do not know what semaglutides means. I would either go to merriam-webster.com or dictionary.com. Those are my two favorites. I got a nice crying face here. Thank you, Cammie. That means my singing was excellent. I appreciate that. And Janelle has followed up with an LOL, which I've learned means you are awesome. You're a great librarian and your singing is fantastic. Back to you, Nicole.
I think, yeah. So we could there's nothing wrong with doing some basic preliminary Googling about a term. And definitely if we want to do, talk about something, if I'm researching this this topic, I don't know anything about it. I want to know the definition of what I'm actually talking about. Also, key point, I am not medically trained. I don't have a background in that.
We're not medical doctors.
No. And so when I first made the thumbnail for this, I was putting semaglutides because I'm more familiar with that unit of language of SEMI, like semi trucks, semi-charmed kind of life.
Semicolon, all of it.
I don't know.
Semisonic, another band. But yes, we need to figure out what this is.
Yeah, so we could Google it for sure. There's no problem with that. We wouldn't want that to be our primary or only source of information on what that word is, because again, we're looking as librarians and responsible students for credible information. I want to point out on the library's website, if you Google Seminole State Library or go to sem.st/library, you'll find our library website. And what I did is I clicked on databases, that databases link. And the first thing I did actually before I went to health sciences is I pulled up, oh no, not that. Okay. I pulled up Credo Reference, which is under the category of where is it? Reference. Okay. Reference tools. Credo Reference. I searched semaglutides. And already I'm seeing that I'm like neck deep in some like medical information that I really would need to sort through to understand this completely. What are semaglutides? What are they used for? They're obviously now related to glucose. I know. What is glucose? I think it's sugar. Okay, so these are things to think about. If you really want to thoroughly research a topic, it's best, even if you're not going to put all the information about what is glucose and write a whole half a page of what is glucose in your paper, you should know what glucose is if you are literally going to write a paper on are semaglutides dangerous for weight loss.
Yeah, I
don't
think just
you
as a
have-
rule of thumb, just to reiterate
Yeah.
what Nicole is saying, I would look it up immediately. If I'm presented with anything that I don't know as a librarian, part of my DNA is to look it up and research it. But to Nicole's point, especially if you're given the topic, and many of your classes, you will not be given the topic. You will be choosing the topic. But as time goes on and your learning journey accelerates and you go up the ladder to, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, grad school, whatever, you may get delivered something and you're like, what is a semaglutide? I thought it was SEMI. And then I would look that up. My two favorites, by the way, are dictionary.com and Merriam-Webster, but Credo is a very good academic library database. Back to you, Nicole.
Yep. And when I got to this page, I was like, okay, it's long. I got to scroll. I got a long way to scroll here. So I used the handy tool of Control F. Shout out in the comments if you use Control F. And I just even had to start to type. All I had to do was type SEMA. Okay, insider tip. Is this still an insider tip? I don't know. Tell me in the comments. Okay, SEMA. I had 3 matches, so I went down. First of all, it's like my search bar, duh. And then I go down, and semaglutide is in this chart. And I'm seeing more language that's like, whoa. Okay, I need to dig into this. Let me go up to the title of this chart to find out the context of how semaglutides are being talked about in this encyclopedia entry. Okay, examples of medications used to lower blood glucose, mechanism for lowering blood glucose. So now I'm gonna infer, semaglutides aren't the only drugs. Isn't the only ingredient in drugs used for weight loss. Also, when I Googled semaglutides first, it's not originally intended for weight loss, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Type 2 diabetes was the original intent.
Okay. Yeah, type 2 diabetes. So I'm scrolling down and I'm hearing, and then I was talking, we were just talking with Andrea before she left. Apparently, there's more than one drug. So if I am doing a paper on this, it's like, this is part of a bigger landscape. So I can't just assume semaglutide is the only ingredient in a drug for weight loss or whatever it may be. I need to really see, this shows me a bigger context. So these are the types of things that are going to be revealed to you when you start researching a topic. You need to be not like shocked that you don't know as much as you know. Does that make sense? Like, is that the pep talk that we needed today? Like, I don't know. I hope that came off positive. What do you say, Jason?
Yeah, I say yes, Nicole. Back to you.
Okay.
I said before, if I don't know something, I want to find out what it is. That way, the next time I know. And again, this Credo reference, another good little doohickey on this website is the mind map. And I was wondering, Nicole, on the semaglutides, are you still, when you're done with this page, can you put in weight loss drug and just see if that pops up?
And up here?
Yeah, up top, and see if that comes up. When you put in very broad terms into Credo, something called the mind map comes up, and it really helps you students to visualize where you're going with the different topics based on that one keyword. So I do see that, but I think that's going to go right to the Gale Encyclopedia of Medicine and not the mind map. However, it does pop up on more general, broad terms, social justice issues, diet drugs I see, but it's not on the mind map. Okay, so we're getting away from it, but it's there.
All right. Okay. Now, if getting away from that database, I'm going to clear and browse all my filters. And remember, I got to this list of library databases from the library homepage. I clicked on databases, and we have an interesting database, opposing viewpoints. And I thought, I wonder if this is in there, because we know that semaglutides are used for type 2 diabetes, like Jeff was telling us, and like we would have known from a search about what semaglutides are for. We know they're also for weight loss. So is this it seems to be a controversial issue from casually seeing this on the internet. So I'm wondering if it's an opposing viewpoints, which presents different sides of a topic from peer-reviewed articles, magazines, newspapers, XYZ. And sure enough, I searched and I went and started out. I didn't try to go to weight loss drugs. I went ahead and went straight with this very specific term that I'm sticking to, because again, it's in my thesis topic.
Semaglutide, baby, baby. I hope YouTube doesn't ding us.
I know.
No, well, we're not monetized yet.
Yeah, we're getting close. Like and subscribe, all that fun stuff.
Turn off your ad blockers.
All right. So we're back on opposing viewpoints, one of the library databases, one of the many that we have. We put the link in the chat. We put in the keyword that Nicole's been talking about, semaglutide.
Yeah.
And now, Nicole, how do we evaluate these results here?
Well,
2024, I'd look at the date. I see the top 2 are 2024. That's probably a good start. If you wanted information about semaglutide from the early 1900s, I don't know how much that particularly equates to now. So I would want something in a 3 to 5 year radius, but this I'd probably want closer to now.
sure, because think about the
in
information.
the 1970s. So 1900s articles, crazy.
On a semaglutide, maybe a regular glutide, but this is a semaglutide.
And then as far as looking at the information timeline, like how long has semaglutides been an FDA-approved drug? How long have they been used? Like if they've been out since the 70s, Jeff, like you just said, well, were they first used for what? Were they used for weight loss off the bat? You know, I'm going to want to know that. How long have they been approved for weight loss or used for weight loss? Because the amount of time that they've been used to treat weight loss or to help with weight loss, that's going to give me an idea of like how much data we have about if they can be dangerous. You know what I mean? Like if there's if it's only been used for weight loss for 5 years, only within 5 years there are so many studies of so many people figuring out if it's dangerous or not. So that's something to be, keep your mind on.
And also, students, as you're looking at really quick, Nicole, when you're looking at the evaluation, I see peer reviewed on these top 2. That's good. It's got a check mark on it. I see it's the correct year.
Academic.
Correct. When you see a volume number and an issue number, that means it's going to be an academic journal. I do see a volume number and an issue number there. So to Nicole's point, even before we're getting into the nitty gritty of the research, I'm kind of jumping back and going, well, how am I evaluating this? Who wrote it? I got it from a library database. That's pretty good. But you don't want to necessarily like go into a room that you've never like seen or like you don't know what's in there and it's probably kind of sketch. And you're like, hey, everybody, I'm in this room. That's not the way I approach research. So I try to look at the words first so I can really understand what I'm searching for, and then I start evaluating that first. I always think of it like a 2 o'clock in the morning knock on the door. Are you just getting that knock and going, hey, how's it going? Come on in, have some chips and soda. Let's watch some Netflix. Are you like, who is it? Who's out there? What's going on? That's kind of the way I approach evaluation and making sure that the sources are credible and reliable and safe, because you don't want to put junk into your college assignment. It's probably going to catch a thumbs down.
Yeah. And again, going back to, yes, in the databases, we can find peer-reviewed research. And those aren't the only places with good information or credible information. But the peer-reviewed articles are going to be more of like scientific studies. Some of them are going to be really super specific. Like this first one to me, semaglutide combined with empagliflozin versus monotherapy for non-alcoholic fatty liver disease and type 2 diabetes. I mean,
good insight.
Yeah, that's very
yes,
specific.
of course.
But however, scroll up just a smidge, Nicole, a treatment of a new era in obesity treatment from 2021, which goes with what I had just said. You can use that information, which has value, even though it's a little dated, to use that 2021 information as a foundation and move forward. I would probably also argue, too, that this was the beginning of this new era in obesity treatment. We are in 2024 now. So if this came out at the end, you have 22, 23, and now Ozempic is now, everywhere? But you probably imagine it probably wasn't everywhere. And let's just see what this is a little bit. A do-do-do and a ba-ba-ba and a boo-boo-boo. Okay, this is just a brief. Yeah, it's just a little abstract. So,
look, 2021. FDA approves new drug treatment for chronic weight management. First since 2014. Let's take a look at that. So here we're getting suggestions on the right-hand side. So that's great to help us continue on through our research.
Yep. So once again, students, this is opposing viewpoints. We put the link in the chat. This is a major recommendation. You might want to highlight this to let your IDS professor know that you did find this database. Use this for your speech class, for your English class, for your history class. Whenever you have to go, I need to find a topic. These databases, like opposing viewpoints, are made exactly to help students with that assignment. very broad topics, very general, but they really start drilling down. And Nicole, did we find any more information now?
Yeah, like this is giving me a good start because, okay, today's approval offers adults, and then remember, this is just a couple years ago, right? So it's recent, but okay. They're saying if obesity American adults that are obese or overweight, that is associated with some of the leading causes of death in America, including heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. Okay, so that's again, and it's describing how it works. So mimics a hormone called glucagon, like peptide 1, that targets areas of the brain that regulate appetite and food intake. Okay, so I'm getting a taste of, the mechanics of it. And here I'm starting to see some warnings. Wegovy should not be used in combination with other semaglutide-containing products. So here I'm kind of getting a preview of some areas of research I could look at if I want to know, are they dangerous? And I need to go to another article for information. I could Google or I could search in the database, a medical database like Wegovy, GLP-1s.
And so far, Nicole, this, and students, put in the chat, please, yes or no. Does this article that we're parked at, let's not move it forward anywhere, let's get some results in the chat. Is this article lined up with the scrolling topic on the bottom of our screen? Are semaglutides dangerous for weight loss? Well, this article, if I can see right now in my eyeballs, I see the word death, I see the word cancer, I see gastrointestinal side effects, a history of pancreatitis. All of this looks like it's kind of dangerous. So maybe that's what we're doing in the research. That's what we're looking for, right?
Dangerous in all situations, in all circumstances, or not? Like, that's another thing to keep in mind. Keeping it open. If we're asking, are semaglutides dangerous for weight loss? Well, like, maybe there's some situations they are, or some situations they're not. Now, I'm not sure if anyone that's on screen right now has any anecdotal or data about a semaglutide drug.
I do.
Anybody?
I do.
Semaglutide drug.
I didn't live the semaglutide kind of life, but someone in my family did. So they are pre-diabetic because of another like hormonal disorder that they have. So they were on Ozempic before it was cool, if you will. They were on metformin before that, which was also on that list of diabetes treatment drugs that we saw. And then they were on Ozempic. And when they took it, they did lose weight as a side effect. So it was very interesting. They got off it because of other lifestyle decisions that they made. They got off of Ozempic. And then I was with them when we learned that the South Park episode about Ozempic and it used for weight loss. And I still have some Ozempic at my house in a fridge. So anecdotally, I know someone who did get on Ozempic not for weight loss. It was for treating pre-diabetes and then lost weight. So,
Jeff, how many fridges do you have? You said you have it in a fridge. How many? I have one fridge, bro. How many fridges?
I have 2 fridges.
Oh, wow. 2 fridges. Wow, look at this.
Dream.
So just to circle back briefly, students, this is where we're at. We've found this database, Opposing Viewpoints. Many of you said that you like this database. I hope you bookmark it and come back to it frequently. Then we looked at the semaglutide, and we really wanted to try to find out, is this dangerous? There's a couple angles that I, as a librarian, would take, and I just wanted to share them with you. You could take them or leave them. But how is the drug consumed? That would be one of the angles I'd look at. If I look back on this article, I think it said like an injection at the very top. I think I saw it. I don't know if it's a pill. Yourself. So maybe the way the human body ingests the drug could affect our prompt. Is this dangerous in that respect? And another way I would do it is that only said Wegovy. So I don't know if Ozempic is in here. I would probably look for one more, usually a rule of threes, and I'd look to see the 3 different, if there are 3, major weight loss drugs, and Jeff had mentioned one too. And then I would say, well, the studies have shown, based on the research, that drug A, drug B, and drug C are all pose threats to the human body, which I think any drug does, right? Any prescription.
Every drug has side effects, right?
So
it's weighing out what are the side effects, and if you have there's a term for it when you have, I can't remember. It's when you have conditions or situations that like
pre-existing conditions.
Pre-existing conditions.
And there's also, okay, it's something like, yes, but that, so you have to consider, that's why, again, disclaimer, we're not medical professionals.
Not medical doctors.
You say, hey, students, look at this article, read it, and then like you can decide on your own if a semaglutide like Wegovy is good for your weight loss or not. Like,
and many of you are in the chat, many of you are in the IDS 1107. As I mentioned, you're going to be doing some research. You're going to be probably taking an English class, a speech class, a history class. And just so you know, a couple things. One, this is how we would work with you as librarians in kind of a coaching session. We would help you, lead you to water, as it were. We would show you where all the information is. We can help you with your topic selection and also really sort of morphing your paper, right? Your intro, body, conclusion, grammar, that's all the writing center, the academic success center, and we buddy with them pretty well. But over here, we can help you with your references and your research like we just did. But also, Nicole, back on that page, you can use all of the library databases and look at the bells and whistles, meaning you can use our easy cite buttons in the upper right-hand corner. You can mail this to yourself. You can print it out. You can download it into usually Google Docs or usually your OneDrive. So all the databases are here to help you. Many of you in the chat said you know where to find the databases. That's good. That's 2 thumbs up. And now just remember that these databases can help you with the tools. The tools are usually located on the right-hand side of the page. But as you see in this example, sometimes they're a little bit weird and they're up in the upper right. But usually the filter, they are there. Usually the filters are on the left-hand side. But I think this is a pretty good article that leans into what we were looking for. If we had 30 minutes and our assignment was to find an article, I think we found it under the wire here.
Yeah, I think we could at least verify that like this is a worthy, like we can go forward with this as our paper topic. Oh, nice. Good shout out there, Jeff. We could confirm this is a good paper topic, right? We're getting somewhere. And I think someone else in the comments mentioned, yeah, this seems like a viable topic, thesis statement. Quick note. So this is, again, because it's really a buffet of information on this topic, topically, like just across the surface. It's referencing that Wegovy's safety and efficacy were studied in 4 68-week trials. 3 were randomized, double-blind, blah, blah, blah. A lot of scientific terminology, but this is referencing that studies have been done because, again, like we're talking about, we want facts to back up a theory or a assertion, like our little topic right here. Where is it? Okay, so scientific studies are going to be, because they're controlled, they're done by experts in the field that know how to approach the scientific method, that have a knowledge of like health or whatever it is, like they're medical doctors, and those types of scientific studies. And this is just mentioning one. This is not telling you all about the study. If I want to, I should dig deeper and I should find this original study that it's referencing here. It might be linked in this topical article. I don't know, but those types of scientific studies are going to get to are really going to prove the facts of, was Wegovy safe? Was it effective in helping weight loss? And was it safe or not? And the other thing to remember, even though a scientific study is a credible source of information, scholarship is conversation, and it doesn't end with 1 or even 2 scientific studies. The way scientific studies are presented in our library databases are so that someone else, another more experts in the field, could replicate or do that scientific study again and either prove or disprove it in a different situation. And if the same study is done over and over, it shows, okay, yes, like these are the facts, like Wegovy is safe or it's not. I mean, but it looks like in the, that it is for the most part.
And just going back, right. Well, when your professor says you get to search for a topic, that's why I zoomed kind of way macro focus out and just said weight loss drug. But Nicole had already gotten in there on the semaglutides and then came up with what I would say a topic sentence or a research question, which is the next step after you make a suggestion. So again, what do we got?
I mean, right here at the bottom, Wegovy should not be used in patients with a history of severe allergic reactions to semaglutide or any of the other components of Wegovy. So semaglutide, I know that from my preliminary research, is the main active ingredient, but there's more than one ingredient. And according to this, which is it's peer reviewed, it has other ingredients that you could have an allergy to. So dangerous depending on the situation. So we really kept our mind open on this, and yeah, so okay. Oh, awesome. Opposing viewpoints is the jam to me because it breaks down like all the different like categories of things, and also like it tries to present stuff like both sides of the issue, which is important.
All right, friends, here's the link in the chat. Drop it once. All you have to do is click on it once there. You might have to copy and paste it or type it out. On the bottom of your screen in Raider Connect, it'll say your attendance has been recorded. You just need to do it once. If you make an RSVP moving forward, that usually helps with any events. And remember that we do have lunch brary and night brary and every single kind of brary that you could possibly want at the Sanford Lake Mary campus. Please come by if you need other event credits, or if you'd like to meet other students and just kind of hang out and do karaoke and play D&D and play chess and play Xbox and make some art, and that would be awesome.
By the way, if something goes wrong with that link that Jason provided, just in case something does go wrong, you can text us at our number that goes to our chat service, 24/7 chat. It's scrolling down below, 407-915-3614, or go to the library website and like really literally pop into the 24/7 chat and let us know if you have any problems with that. And
I just clicked on the link, Nicole. Nicole, the link is fine.
Lots of chess.
Okay, well, I just like to provide a backup.
I'm just saying, my link is cool. Oh, yeah, play chess.
Mom's got a mom. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to play chess. So
come play chess. We have a chess club. We'd love to play chess with you. If you wanted to make a new club, a new event at the library, please come. It's got to be any sort of combination of art, music, or games. So for the FYE, do we need to go to 2 separate events? The answer is yes. You have to go to a minimum of 2. We'd love for you to go to 9 billion, which is our viewer count. That's how many viewers we have right now, guys, minus give or take 9 billion or so.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's not our biggest, but it's
yeah. So again, all the information, you can find it on the college website. The Gale in Context Opposing Viewpoints. Many of you bookmarked it. I would approve that decision. I think it'll help you in your studies. And again, you're going to be taking a speech. You're going to be taking an English. You're going to be taking a history. You're going to be taking all these courses that are going to require some research. You can reach out to me, Jason. You can reach out to Nicole for library research and citation assistance. As Jeff mentioned, he's over at the Rec Center.
As the rhyme on my exit speeches, there's no question too big, no question too small, no question too weird. We want to hear it all. We as librarians can save you time and save you stress. So why haven't we heard from you yet? Make a research appointment. Use 24/7 chat. Those are on our library website. And if you like hanging out with librarians, give us a like and a share and subscribe today. Right? All right. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Jason.
Yes, you want to play the outro video? Yes, you want to play the outro?
Working on it.
There it is, full screen. Hey, bye. Jeff.
End of stream fake out. We're still here.
Wow, we got you. We got